This is Mr. Teague here again. I've got another video for you. This is about the STAAR reference paper, which is in the front part of your STAAR test. And this is a very important piece of paper that you need to be aware of. And I'm actually going to have you add some extra things to it. So I want you to pay attention to this. This is going to be very helpful to your getting a really good grade on your STAAR test. So here we go. So this is the front page of the STAAR review. And as you notice, let me blow this up a little bit. You have the area for a triangle. Here's the formula. Rectangle and parallelogram, formula. Trapezoid, formula. Rectangular prism, which is volume, right? Now if we turn the paper over, you actually have your conversions, right? So this is all the conversions for length. So you have mile, yard, foot. You have kilometer, meter, centimeter. Now you have volume and capacity. So this is the customary units or units used in the United States. So gallon, quart, pint, cup. And then you have the metric unit. And then you have weight and mass. So, you know, the American units is ton and pounds. And then metric is kilogram and gram. Okay. I also want you to notice that on the side of the paper, you have a ruler that is centimeters. And on the other side of the paper, you can see that you have a ruler that is inches. So you may have a problem that's asking you to measure something. You can pull this piece of paper out and you use it to measure. Okay, so one of the things I would like you to think about doing is, and it's called a brain dump, things that you can use that would help you on the STAAR test, but you'd have to remind yourself to do this. And I would do it first thing when you get your STAAR test. First thing is you're going to draw a triangle, and you're going to put these lines in there, and this is a D, R, and T. So D stands for distance, R stands for rate, and T stands for time. So if you're looking for distance, you're going to multiply rate times time. If you're looking for time, you're going to take distance divided by rate. And if you're looking for your rate, you're going to take distance divided by time. Okay? So a real easy shape that you can use. Another important thing that's very important is part over whole equals percent over 100. So if you have a problem, they want you to find the part of something, you have to use this formula, and you're going to cross multiply and then solve for x. Okay, another thing that I want you to remember, that you'll probably only get one question, but it is talking about the classification of numbers. And let me draw this little shape here. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So the very first classification number is natural numbers, and natural numbers are the counting numbers. So 1, 2, 3, whatever. The next group of numbers is what's called whole numbers. And whole numbers, what they do is they just add 0, 1, 2, 3 on into infinity. The next group is integers. And integers is where you add negative numbers. So now it's negative numbers plus this plus this. Okay, and then the next grouping is called rational numbers. And rational numbers add decimals and fractions. So fractions and decimals, okay? Now, as you're going down, if you're going like into the center, right, rational numbers include integers, whole numbers, and natural numbers. But if you're going the other direction, like if you're going out, a natural number is not always a rational number. So, I'm sorry, it's the other way around. If you're going out, natural numbers are also whole numbers, which are also integers, which are rational numbers. But if you're going the other direction, if you're going in, then a rational number is not a natural number, or an integer is not a natural number, or a whole number is not a natural number. Okay? So, we're just going to say out equals all, and if you're going in is not all those numbers, not all. Okay? Okay, the other thing I want you to write that you want to keep remember is keep, change, flip. Keep, change, flip, which is what you use to divide fractions. Okay. The other thing I want you to remember is keep, change, change. And you do that when you are subtracting a negative number. I'm just going to put negative number. Okay? So keep, change, flip, keep, change, change. Okay, another thing you need to remember is MMMR, MMMR. Okay, and that's equal to mean. This is what when you're talking about statistics. A mean is average. And you do the average by adding up all the numbers and divided by the number of numbers that you have. The next M stands for median, which means the middle, right? And you do that by ordering them from least to greatest, and then you find the middle. Okay. The next M is mode, which stands for the most. So the number that you have the most of is your mode. You can have more than one mode. Sometimes I like to trick you with that. R stands for range. And range, you're going to subtract the largest from the smallest. Okay, which gives you the distance between your biggest number and your smallest number. Oops, I'm sorry. So that's range. Okay, so the other thing you need to remember is PEMDAS, right? Whenever you see a parentheses, I want you to think of PEMDAS. P-E-M-D-A-S, right? Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. And you always go from left to right. Okay, the other thing is, we're going to draw another triangle, right, is I want you to remember that the three angles of a triangle have to add up to 180 degrees. Okay, to change a fraction to a decimal, right? This is your numerator, this is your denominator. You're going to put the numerator in the doghouse and put the denominator out there. Okay, and then that will give you a decimal. Okay, when you're ordering numbers from least to greatest, always, I'm going to write order least to greatest, convert to a decimal. Okay, now the last thing I want to show you is just the coordinate plane. You have your four coordinates. This is coordinate 1, coordinate 2, coordinate 3, coordinate 4. Your ordered pair for each of those quadrants is a little bit different. So in quadrant 1, it is a positive, positive. In quadrant 2, it is negative, positive. In your third quadrant, it's negative, negative. And in your fourth quadrant, it is positive, negative. Okay, I'm sorry. So when you order least to greatest, you're going to convert to a decimal. Then you're going to put them in order. If you're using a coordinate plane, you need to know 1, 2, 3, and 4. Your ordered pairs are positive, positive in quadrant 1, negative, positive in quadrant 2, negative, negative in quadrant 3, and positive, negative in quadrant 4. Okay, so I think it'd be a great idea at the start of the STAAR, if you have a problem remembering some of these things, then you could jot them down real quick, and this would be a brain dump or something else that you can go to help you with your test, right? So anyway, that's all I've got for this. I want to do another video here on packet 2, and we'll see you on the other side. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.